Welcome, everyone, to our in-depth discussion of Don Winslow's City in Ruins. This gripping novel serves as the powerful conclusion to his acclaimed Danny Ryan trilogy, and tonight we're going to delve into the dark and dangerous world he has created. Joining me are Pluto, our expert on all things suspenseful and terrifying, and Peepee, a brave young girl who isn't afraid to face the darkness with us.
Greetings. I am Pluto, and tonight we embark on a journey into the heart of human darkness, where the streets run red with blood and the whispers of betrayal echo in the shadows. City in Ruins is a chilling exploration of power, corruption, and the enduring human capacity for violence.
This book is scary. There are bad men with guns, and they hurt people. I don't like it when they yell and scream. Makes me want to hide under my blanket.
Yes, Peepee, City in Ruins can be quite frightening. It deals with some very serious and violent themes, but it's also a story about courage, resilience, and the fight for survival in the face of overwhelming odds.
Imagine a city consumed by fear, where every shadow conceals a potential threat, and the streets themselves have become battlegrounds. The Irish mob, once a force to be reckoned with, is now fractured and vulnerable, its enemies closing in for the kill.
The bad men are hiding everywhere. They have big guns and sharp knives. I'm scared they're going to hurt Danny.
Danny Ryan, our protagonist, is a man haunted by the violence of his past, a man who has seen too much betrayal and bloodshed. He's trying to build a new life for himself, but the ghosts of his past refuse to let him go.
Danny is a complex and fascinating character, a man trapped between his desire for redemption and the brutal reality of the world he inhabits. He's a survivor, a fighter, but he also carries a darkness within him.
I hope Danny doesn't get hurt. Why are the bad men so mean to him?
That's a very good question, Peepee. In the world of Two City in Ruins, the lines between good and evil are often blurred. Everyone has secrets, and everyone seems to have their own motivations.
As the city descends further into chaos, Danny finds himself drawn back into the conflict, forced to confront his demons and fight for his very survival. He's surrounded by enemies, and trust is a dangerous commodity.
I don't want Danny to die. He has to be strong and fight the bad men. He has to protect his family.
Danny is a strong man, Peepee. He's a survivor, and he'll do everything in his power to protect the people he cares about.
Winslow masterfully crafts us a web of intrigue and suspense, keeping the reader on the edge of their seat until the very last page. The plot is full of twists and turns, with hidden agendas and shifting alliances that make it impossible to know who to trust.
I don't like surprises. It's scary when people lie and try to trick each other.
It's okay to be scared, Peepee. City in Ruins is a thrilling story, but it's also a story about hope and the resilience of the human spirit.
The violence in City in Ruins is raw and unflinching. Winslow doesn't shy away from depicting the harsh realities of the criminal underworld.
I don't like the blood. It's icky. Why can't everyone just be friends?
I understand Peepee, but sometimes in the real world, and in the world of this story, people do bad things to each other. It's important to remember that there is still good in the world, even in the darkest of times. City in Ruins is a gripping and immersive read, a descent into the heart of darkness that will leave you breathless. It's a story about survival, loyalty, and the heavy price of power. If you dare to enter Winslow's world, be prepared for a journey that will challenge your perceptions and stay with you long after you've finished reading.
But be warned, this is not a story for the faint of heart. It's a brutal and unflinching portrayal of the criminal underworld, where violence is a way of life and survival is the only law that matters.
Is the scary part over now? Can we read a happy story next time? One with princesses and fairies.
Of course, Peepee, we can read a happy story next time. But for now, if you're brave enough to face the darkness, you can find City in Ruins on Amazon. The link is in the description box below. Now, let's delve a little deeper into the story with Pluto and Peepee. Pluto, can you tell us more about the chilling atmosphere that Don Winslow creates in this book?
The atmosphere in City in Ruins is like a suffocating blanket of dread, a palpable sense of fear that hangs over the city like a toxic cloud. The streets are filled with shadows, both literal and metaphorical, and every corner seems to hold the potential for sudden and brutal violence.
It's like when you're home alone at night and the lights go out. You hear noises, but you can't see what's making them. It's scary.
Indeed, Winslow masterfully creates an atmosphere of paranoia and unease, where no one can be trusted, and danger seems to lurk around every corner. The city itself becomes a character, its decaying buildings and grimy streets reflecting the moral decay of its inhabitants.
The sounds of the city, the screech of tires, the shattering of glass, the distant wail of sirens, all contribute to the sense of impending doom. It's a symphony of urban chaos, a constant reminder that violence is always simmering beneath the surface, ready to erupt at any moment.
I don't like those loud noises. They make me jump. I want to go somewhere quiet, where there are no bad men and no scary sounds.
We're safe here, Peepee. We're just talking about the story. It's not real.
The characters are also constantly on edge, their senses heightened, their every move calculated. They know that one wrong step, one misplaced word, could be their last.
I love you. They have to be careful. The bad men are always watching, always listening.
That's right, Peepee. They have to be very careful. In this world, trust is a dangerous thing.
They live in a world where trust is a weakness, where betrayal is a survival tactic. They are haunted by their pasts, by the things they've done, and the people they've hurt.
I love you. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to play with my friends and have fun.
That's a wonderful thought. Peepee. And it's important to remember that even in the darkest of places, there is still kindness and love to be found. Winslow's prose is lean and mean, perfectly capturing the gritty realism of the story. He doesn't waste words, but every sentence is charged with tension and suspense.
His descriptions are vivid and visceral, painting a picture of a city teetering on the brink of collapse, a world where violence is the only currency that matters.
It's like a story with lots of pictures, but the pictures are in my head. I can see the bad men, the guns, but I don't want to see it anymore.
It's okay, Peepee. You can close your eyes if the pictures get too scary. City in Ruins is a truly immersive reading experience, a descent into the heart of darkness that will leave you breathless. It's a story about survival, loyalty, and the cost of power. If you dare to enter Winslow's world, be prepared for a journey that will challenge your perceptions and stay with you long after you've finished reading.
But be warned, this is not a story for the faint of heart. It's a brutal and unflinching portrayal of the criminal underworld where violence reigns supreme. And the only law is the survival of the fittest.
I want to go home now. I don't like this scary story anymore.
We're almost done. Peepee. Just a little bit longer to purchase City in Ruins and experience this chilling tale for yourself. Please find the Amazon link in the description box below. You won't be disappointed. Peepee, can you tell us about any parts of the story that you found particularly scary or upsetting?
I love you. I don't like it when the bad men hurt the animals. They're mean to the doggies and kitties. Animals are our friends, and we should be nice to them.
The casual cruelty towards animals is indeed disturbing. It highlights the depravity of these criminals, their complete disregard for life, whether human or animal.
Yes, the violence in City in Ruins extends beyond human victims. It's a reminder that in this world, innocence is a fragile thing, easily shattered by the brutality of those who seek power and can control.
I don't want the animals to get hurt. They didn't do anything wrong. Why are the bad men so mean?
That's a good question, Peepee. Sometimes people do bad things for no reason at all. It's important to remember that we should always be kind to animals and to each other.
The scenes of torture and interrogation are also particularly chilling. Winslow doesn't shy away from depicting the physical and psychological torment that the characters endure.
I don't want to hear about it. It's too scary. I don't like it when people are mean to each other.
It's alright, Peepee. You don't have to listen if it's too upsetting. Just remember that these are just stories, and in the real world, there are good people who will always try to help those in need. The sense of isolation and helplessness that pervades the story is also incredibly frightening. The characters are trapped in a town where no one can be trusted, where danger lurks around every corner.
They are constantly looking over their shoulders, wondering who will be the next victim, wondering if they will be able to escape the clutches of their enemies.
It's like being lost in a dark forest, and you can't find your way out. You're all alone, and there are monsters hiding in the trees.
That's a very good way to describe it, Peepee. The characters in City in Ruins are definitely lost in a dark and dangerous forest, and they have to be very brave to find their way out. And the ending, I won't spoil it for you, but let's just say it's one of the most shocking and disturbing conclusions I've ever read.
It's a twist that will leave you reeling, questioning everything you thought you knew about the story and its characters.
Is it a sad ending? Do the good guys win?
Well, Peepee, that's something you'll have to discover for yourself if you decide to read the book when you're older. But I can tell you that it's an ending that will stay with you long after you've turned the final page. City in Ruins is a truly unforgettable reading experience, one that will stay with you long after you've finished the book. It's a story that will make you question your own sanity. That will make you wonder if the monsters in the story are truly fictional or if they lurk within us all.
It's a reminder that the world can be a dark and dangerous place, and that even the most seemingly innocent of people can harbor dark secrets.
I love you. I want to stay here with you. You'll protect me from the bad men, won't you?
Of course, Peepee. I'll always protect you if you're looking for a book that will challenge your perceptions, that will make you question the nature of reality itself. Then City in Ruins is the book for you.
But be warned, this is not a story for the faint of heart. It's a journey into the abyss, a confrontation with the darkest aspects of human nature.
I think I'll stick to my fairy tales for now.
That's probably a good idea, Peepee, to purchase City in Ruins and experience this chilling tale for yourself. Please find the Amazon link in the description box below. You won't be disappointed. Now, let's move on to the characters in the story. Pluto, can you tell us more about the individuals who find themselves caught up in this web of murder and mystery?
The characters in City in Ruins are a diverse and fascinating bunch. They're all flawed, all capable of both great good and great evil. They're driven by their own desires, their own ambitions, their own fears.
Is that Danny? He looks sad.
Yes, Peepee, that's Danny. He's had a very difficult life.
Danny Ryan, the protagonist, is a man haunted by his past. He's trying to escape the violence, but it keeps pulling him back in. He's a good man at heart, but he's also capable of great brutality.
There's also Polly Moretti, Danny's childhood friend and now his rival. He's ruthless and ambitious, willing to do whatever it takes to gain power.
And then there's the women in Danny's life: his wife, his ex-lover, his daughter. They're all strong and independent women, but they're also vulnerable to the violence that surrounds them.
I like the girl with the pigtails. She looks like my friend Lily.
The supporting characters are equally well developed. There's the corrupt cops, the loyal soldiers, the innocent bystanders who get caught in the crossfire.
Winslow does a masterful job of creating a cast of characters that are both believable and compelling.
City in Ruins is a character-driven story. It's a story about the choices we make and the consequences of our actions.
It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is still hope for redemption, for forgiveness, for love.
If you're looking for a book with well-developed characters, then City in Ruins is the book for you. To purchase City in Ruins and delve into the lives of these captivating characters, please find the Amazon link in the description box below. Now, let's talk about the themes that Winslow explores in City in Ruins. Pluto, what are some of the key ideas that resonated with you?
City in Ruins is a story about power, corruption, and the cyclical nature of violence. It explores the dark side of human nature, the lengths to which people will go to achieve their goals.
I want everyone to be good and to share their toys.
That's a wonderful thought. Peepee. Winslow examines the corrupting influence of power, how it can warp even the best of intentions. He shows us how easily people can be seduced by the promise of wealth and influence, how quickly they can abandon their morals in pursuit of their ambitions.
The story also highlights the devastating impact of violence, not just on the victims, but on the perpetrators as well. It shows how violence begets violence, how the cycle of revenge can perpetuate itself across generations.
Violence is bad. It hurts people.
You're absolutely right, Peepee. Violence is never the answer, but Winslow also offers a glimmer of hope. He shows us that even in the darkest of times, there is still the possibility for redemption, for forgiveness, for love.
The story reminds us that we are all capable of both good and evil, and that the choices we make have the power to shape our destinies.
City in Ruins is a powerful and thought-provoking read. It's a story that will challenge your perceptions and make you think about the world around you.
It's a story will make you appreciate the fragility of peace and the importance of justice.
If you're looking for a book that will make you think, then City in Ruins is the book for you. To purchase City in Ruins and experience this chilling tale for yourself. In conclusion, City in Ruins is a masterpiece of crime fiction, a gripping tale of power, corruption, and violence.
It's a story that will transport you to the dark underbelly of Providence, Rhode Island.
With its richly drawn characters and intricate plot, City in Ruins is a must-read for fans of crime fiction.
But be warned, this is not a story for the faint of heart.
Thank you, Pluto and Peepee, for sharing your insights. And to our viewers, if you dare to venture into the depths of City in Ruins,